you failed a project you poured your heart into. You were rejected for a job you were perfect for. A relationship you valued ended suddenly. In that moment of impact, what is the first story you tell yourself? Is it the story of a hostile world? The odds were stacked against me. The system is rigged. People are unreliable. It was just my bad luck. Or is it the story of an opportunity? I made a mistake. There's a painful but valuable lesson here. What is my next move? This single choice in storytelling, this internal fork in the road, is the most important decision you make every single day. It's an invisible script that runs in the background of your mind, determining whether you feel powerful or powerless, resilient or fragile. Most people go through their entire lives without even knowing this script exists. Psychologists call it your locus of control, and it is the hidden operating system that separates those who master their lives from those who are forever tossed around by circumstance. And in this video, I'm not just going to explain this life-changing concept. I'm going to give you 4 practical, powerful steps to seize the pen and become the author of your own story. So watch until the end, because the 4th step is a simple language trick that can instantly reclaim your power in any situation. So, what is this invisible script? Imagine for a moment that your life is a ship on a vast ocean. Your locus of control determines who you believe is at the helm. On one side of the spectrum, you have the external locus of control. This is the deep-seated belief that your life is controlled primarily by outside forces. It's a worldview where things like fate, luck, powerful institutions, the actions of other people, and pure chance are the true drivers of your destiny. Life, in this view, is something that happens to you. You are a passenger on a rudderless ship, completely at the mercy of the unpredictable winds and the crashing waves. You can hope for a good journey, but you have no real say in the matter. On the other side, you have the internal locus of control. This is the core belief that you, through your choices, your efforts, your attitude, and your responses, are the primary captain of your ship. This doesn't mean you believe you can control the storm or calm the sea. That would be a delusion. It means you believe you can always choose how to adjust your sails, how to steer your rudder, and how to navigate the conditions you are given. Life is something you actively create through your responses. This single distinction is the fundamental difference between feeling like a victim of your life story and feeling like its author. It is the invisible architecture of your entire reality. Let's be honest, the external or victim mindset is incredibly seductive. It's a comfortable prison. When you blame the unfair boss for not getting the promotion or the bad economy for your struggling business, you are handed a powerful psychological painkiller. You get to be right, and you don't have to face the uncomfortable truth of your own shortcomings. Blame protects the ego. But this short-term protection comes at a devastating long-term cost. It leads to a state that psychologists call learned helplessness. After experiencing a few setbacks that you attribute to external, uncontrollable forces, your brain learns a simple, toxic, and logical lesson. My efforts don't matter. And once you truly believe that, you stop trying. Why would you put in the effort to prepare for an exam if you believe the teacher just has it in for you? Why would you try to improve your skills if you believe the job market is all about who you know? This mindset breeds a deep sense of cynicism, resentment, and envy. A person with an external locus is forever looking out the window, pointing out how lucky others are, how privileged they are, how they had it so much easier. They become passive observers of their own lives. They wait. They wait for the perfect opportunity. They wait for someone to come and rescue them. They wait for the world to change. They have willingly handed the steering wheel of their life to everyone and everything else, and then spend their days complaining about the speed, the scenery, and the final destination. Now, let's look at the world of the internal locus of control. This is not about arrogance or a naive belief that you can control everything. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about radical humility. It's about accepting that the world is chaotic and unpredictable, and then focusing with laser-like precision on the one and only thing you truly have control over: yourself. This mindset creates a superpower: resilience. When you believe your actions are the primary cause of your results, failure is no longer a final verdict on your worth. It's just data. It's valuable, if painful, feedback. You don't see a dead end, you see a lesson in what not to do. Your internal monologue isn't, "I am a failure." It's, "This approach failed. What will I try next?" This subtle shift in language turns every setback from a tombstone into a stepping stone. People with this mindset are proactive. They are the thermostat, not the thermometer. A thermometer is a passive instrument. It simply reflects the temperature of the room it's in. It is a victim of its environment. But a thermostat sets the temperature. It is an active agent that influences its environment to achieve a desired state. The good news: you were not born a thermostat or a thermometer. This is not a fixed personality trait. It is a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. So let's get to the practical steps of this mental transformation. The first and most immediate step is to change how you talk, both to others and to yourself. Your words are not just descriptions of your reality. They are the very code that creates it. You must become an auditor of your own speech. Vow to hunt down and eliminate the language of victimhood and replace it with the language of agency and choice. Instead of saying, "I have to go to this meeting," say, "I choose to go to this meeting because it's important for my project." Instead of, "My partner made me so angry," say, "I am choosing to feel angry in response to what my partner said." Instead of, "I got stuck in traffic," say, "I didn't plan for potential traffic, and next time I will leave earlier." This is not a mere word game. This is a profound psychological reframing that takes the power from the external world and places it squarely back where it belongs, with you. The feeling of control is not an abstract philosophy. It is built on a foundation of tangible, undeniable proof. If you feel powerless, you need to systematically prove to your brain that your actions create results. The key is to start ridiculously small. Make your bed every single morning without exception. Go for a 10-minute walk every day, even if it's raining. Wash one dish immediately after using it. Each tiny completed goal is a piece of data that you feed to your subconscious. It is a vote for a new identity, the identity of a person who does what they say they will do. These small, consistent wins are the foundational building blocks of self-efficacy and control. You cannot feel like a victim if you are consistently taking deliberate action.
You cannot always control the outcome. You can't control if the judges like your art. You can't control if the client accepts your proposal. But you can always control the amount and quality of the effort you put into it. You must shift your definition of success away from external validation and towards your own actions. A win isn't just getting the trophy. A win is knowing you did everything in your power to prepare. Celebrate your discipline. Celebrate your persistence. Celebrate your courage to even try in the face of uncertainty. This places your self-worth and your sense of accomplishment firmly inside your circle of influence, where no one can ever take it away from you.
And now for the fourth and most powerful step, that language trick I promised you at the beginning. When faced with any setback, big or small, a person with an external locus asks a disempowering question, like, "Why me?" A person with an internal locus immediately asks one simple, transformative question: "What's my next move?" This question is a circuit breaker for the victim mindset. It is neurologically impossible to feel helpless when your brain is actively searching for a solution. It hijacks your focus from the past, the problem, and forces it onto the future, the solution. Whatever happens, you get bad news, someone lets you down, your plan fails. Train your brain like a muscle to immediately ask, "Okay, acknowledged. What's my next move?" Ultimately, your locus of control is the fundamental choice you make, often unconsciously, hundreds of times every single day. It is the choice between being a victim of your life story or the author of it. It's the difference between being a passenger complaining about the traffic and being the driver, actively looking for a better route, taking a different turn. Life will always be an unpredictable ocean. It will always present us with storms we cannot control. The world will always be chaotic and at times deeply unfair. By cultivating an internal locus of control, you are not hoping for a calmer sea. You are recognizing that you are a shipbuilder. You are building a better, stronger vessel, equipped with the knowledge that you can learn, adapt, and grow from any weather. Take the helm. It was always yours to begin with.